Letting the moment get to you is what we're discussing on Hogg's vlog, and we're going to use Rishabh PANT from India and Hamid from England as two examples. We're also going to have a quick look at making a comeback out the back end of this vlog with Khawaja and Bairstow from Australia and England regarding the SCG test match over here in the Ashes. But let's go to Rishabh PANT first. He's frustrating as a fan to watch. He's very entertaining, either making a big score or having a little bit of a brain fade and getting out early, which he did in the South African test in Johannesburg, second innings, when the team really needed him to lift. Now, we know that he's got a reasonable technique. We know that he can play well under pressure. He did it here in Australia out the Gabba to get them over the line in that fourth test match to lead the way to getting India into the World Test Championship final. Brilliant innings that. But over there in South Africa, he was put under the pump. He's walked out of the crease. You could tell he was a little bit twitchy. He was getting a few verbals from the South African players that were around the bat. You can see he was getting eagerness. He wasn't the Rishabh PANT that we know. The first ball from Rabada, he's played and missed outside the off stump, chasing a wide one rather than leaving it. The next ball is a brute of a delivery that's hit the body and gone out into that slips cordon. Continued verbals from the South African players around the bat. It's getting to him. The next ball, Rabada comes in. PANT can't help himself. He charges down and plays an explosive shot trying to go over mid-on, mid-wicket, and he gets an edge to the slips. The commentators are questioning his act and the fans are questioning his act. Now, he's done it before and he's got away with it, but this particular time he didn't. But the moment got to him. It was early on in the innings and he was under pressure. Now, Rahul Dravid's come out and said he's going to talk to him about his shot selection. I don't think you should be talking to him about his shot selection, technique or tactics. Stay away from that because we know that he has got the goods to deliver on the international stage. It's more psychological. The moment got to him. What was he thinking as he walked out of the crease? Was he in a positive frame of mind, or was he in a negative frame of mind? The verbals from the opposition team, the chat, did that get to him? That is the things, or those are the things that you should be looking at. The focus that he was in, or the state of mind he was in at that moment. Now, when he's on song, I guarantee you, he would have been in a different state of mind. This particular innings, he was in a negative state of mind. So that's what you've got to work on with Rishabh PANT. Making sure he's got a regular routine that every time he goes out the bat, he's got a positive mindset to do the job at hand. Now, I'm going to go to Hamid. Now, Hamid from England, he's been focusing on as getting far forward as he possibly can against the Australian quicks. Now, he's even going further forward than what he does naturally. Why is he doing that? Because he's trying to cover the seam, he's trying to cover any bit of swing that the Australian quicks have got, and he's trying to prevent the LBW and bold. But the more he goes forward, the further he reaches, he's upsetting his technique. There's a bigger gap between bat and pad, and there's more opportunities of him getting out. And that's why he's averaging 10 or less, because he's gone away from what he's worked on and developed over the years. He's trying to change his technique at that particular moment. So the moment's got to them. They're not thinking or trusting their instinct and their talents. They think they have to do something different, and it's caused their downfall. Now, when you're going out to bat or when you're going out to bowl, you've got to trust what you got. You can't change anything. That's what you've got at that particular moment. What you've got to do is focus out the job at hand. For these two batsmen, it's the ball that's coming down, how you react to it, and be instinctive. And that's how these two particular batsmen play out their best. Now, focus on what you have to do at that moment and trust your preparation and the tools that you've got in the kit. Now, I'm going to go to Khawaja and Bairstow right now. Now, both of those particular players have been out of their test teams for a reasonable amount of time, and both have been treated rather harshly because they've got good performances on the board. But both of them came into this SCG test thinking that they've got another opportunity. And what's the worst that can happen if they fail? Well, they don't play another test match. They're playing it as though it's their last test match. All of a sudden, it frees the body up, and all of a sudden they can play with instinct. They're not worried about the end result. Now, the lesson here is you go in there, preparation. You back the tools that you've got. It's all psychological. You don't have a brain fade when you go out in the middle. You back your skills. If you start focusing on what might not happen, you lose focus on what you have to do. So the moral of the story here is you do all the preparation, you've got all the tools in the box, and when you go out on that battlefield, you just go out and do the best you can to deliver what you have to deliver. Don't worry about the negatives or the end result or what's happened in the past. Just focus on what you have to deliver right then and there. And that's what Pant and Hamid did not do in their respective innings or test situations over the last couple of weeks. Hey, thanks for joining me on a Hogs vlog. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're enjoying the cricket, and hope you have a good day. I'll see you soon for another Hogs vlog.